Motivation is the awareness and vision of a possible positive result after the actions required to achieve it. That is, the brain of any person must necessarily understand what he will receive in return for his spent labor to start doing it. This is how it is built, and the higher the reward, the correspondingly stronger the motivation, and the greater and brighter the enthusiasm. Among computer games, the reward system is a very common phenomenon. It greatly increases interest in the game and helps to keep players sitting in front of their computers for hours. Instant rewards for an action leading to a result work very simply. Think about it yourself. Is it stimulating? Yes. It shows you didn't do it all for nothing? Yes. Does it raise your status in the eyes of yourself? Yes. Does it give you the motivation to keep doing tasks? Yes! But if our life is not a game and no one has provided the right reward system for us, we should do it ourselves. You have to show your brain that you are not doing your work for nothing, that it has value, and in the end, it pays off, at least in some nice perks. Without this, it's very difficult to build adequate work, but it's very important to reward yourself only after a really good job, when you yourself are aware of your progress and the fact of passing forward. Our goal is to get the script running in your head. I did something for a purpose. I feel good. I want more good. Going to do more. If you don't do that, it triggers the opposite scenario. I did something. It didn't get better. I'm only tired too. Why allocate a resource here if I don't get anything in return? I don't want to do it anymore, and even if I force myself, it becomes very difficult to concentrate and my head stops working. It is very important to follow these scenarios. Start the first scenario and, more importantly, don't let the second one come. Here's how to incorporate this into your life. Abstinence. The most important thing to make incentives work is to shield yourself from them everywhere except for their direct purpose. Associating something pleasurable with something useful is the only way to do it, so we'll start from the opposite direction. Let's say you're having a bad day and you haven't actually done anything useful to achieve a big goal. In that case, you need to let your brain feel it as much as possible. Leave the negative fixation. Just make the day as neutral as possible. The brain must understand. Failed or produced insufficient benefit, there will be no reward or comfort. A proportional fixation on progress. Link the reward not just to a useful action, but to the fact that you are making progress toward your goal. For example, if your goal is to lose excess weight, you can't reward yourself at the end of the day with a huge brownie for eating only healthy foods all day, because it loses the main point, the progress toward the goal. In order not to harm your goal with a reward and even more qualitatively fix a positive result, connect the reward not just with positive actions to the way to the goal, but with the very advancement on this way. Your task is to make your brain see a momentary and proportional relationship between your progress and the actions you take. Just reward yourself in direct proportion to how hard you work it, and do it today, or better yet, right away. Application. You already have a plan of action built, tests painted out if you're moving through my playlist. Now it's time to link those tests to rewards. For the most expensive and effective results possible, write out all the possible rewards and incentives that come to your mind. Then think about what tests would be best to link them to. Start small. Try to implement it gradually in a way that is comfortable for you. I use this approach myself, and lately the work itself has become rewarding. I don't need any kind of schedule anymore. My brain has already solidified this dependence of outcome on action. Now it's your turn to apply it to your life and rekindle even more interest into your activity.